All right, hey everybody, Amanda Ernest here, and I am going to reattempt to explain hitting Elite for the first time. I really did a terrible job yesterday. Frankly, I tried to do a live video, and I started confusing myself even, so we're gonna try this again. Okay, that capital J is, we're gonna call that January, and for this example, we're gonna use someone who bought a kit for $399, okay? We're gonna talk about what you need to do in order to make the next rank. Right now, if you're a hacker, okay, the next rank is gonna be Elite Hacker. Okay, so how do you go from hacker, which is what everybody is the day they sign up, to Elite Hacker, which unlocks the entire comp plan, and it's really the first step on your whole journey. It's a very exciting rank. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna make sure you get active. Okay, and someone who's active needs $300 in sales for that month. New sales for that month. Okay, so you need $300 in sales. You also need $800 in cumulative sales volume, personal sales volume. And when those two things happen in the same month, super important, it must be in the same month, you'll hit Elite Hacker, okay? So let's talk about an example of what that might look like. So we're gonna go back to January now, and we're gonna use an example of someone who got the Pro Kit. I'm gonna use US dollars for this, and I'm gonna make sure that you guys can see it all right. Yeah, I'm gonna use US dollars instead of using CV, just because it's a little easier for most everyone to understand. But if you're in Canada, this is all gonna convert to CV. Same principle applies, okay? So just refer to the comp plan for all the conversions. What we're gonna go with, let's pretend this is an American artist who signed up with a $399 kit. And so remember, what she's trying to do is to get active, okay? So that's her new $300 in volume. Excuse me, and she needs her $800 in total. Excuse me. So $399 counts towards her $800. That's great. It's not new sales volume necessarily from customers though, so that $399 doesn't count her to be active at $300. So let's say that this artist, let's call her Sally, gets a $400 sale, okay, in January. So that's gonna put her at a grand total of $799 in volume. So is 400 more than $300? Yes, it is. Okay, so that is going to fulfill her active requirement for the month of January because she got active that month. But is $799 total enough to fulfill her $800 requirement? No, it isn't. Okay, so this particular example, this person wouldn't have rank advance because they would have been all of $1 away from fulfilling this requirement, okay, by the end of the month. So let's talk about what happens the next month. So let's go into February. Okay, so February, things get kind of interesting because our kit volume carries over. Okay, so our $399 kit volume is going to be there still. And believe it or not, your sales volume also carries over. Okay, so you're going to start February kind of at the same place as before, except these aren't new sales, this $400. So when you come down here and evaluate how you're doing on your two requirements, you got your active with $300 in new sales. And apologies for my handwriting here. I'm trying to write sideways and I'm a lefty trying to write on a whiteboard. Okay, so remember you need to be active at $300 and you need $800 in sales. So this $400, this is last month's volume. So it actually doesn't count. So at the moment, you still don't qualify, in this case, to rank advance. Well, you're starting the total at $799 in volume, which is great. let's say this person gets a $200 sale in February and Sally's jazzed. We're jazzed for her. Yay. Okay. Let's add up what her situation would look like though in terms of ranking. Okay. Her new $200 sale right here for February would now make her grand total that she's sold since the day she signed up $9.99. So does that fulfill her $800? Yes, it does. So she'd be able to check off that box for February. However, is $200, $300 or more? Does that qualify her to be active for the month of February at $300 in new sales? No, it does not. Okay, so this month, Sally would have been $100 away from fulfilling this particular requirement, and she would not have rank advanced. Okay, let's go into a third one. Why do I keep doing that with my zeros? There we go. Let's go into a third one. Let's do purple. By the way, hat tip Krista Cleveland, who sent me these markers the other day, because I'm always grabbing markers that are dried out and dead when I try to do stuff on here. All right, so here we go. Here comes March. We're gonna try this again. Sally, she has got this. Okay, we believe in Sally. Okay, here she goes. Her kit volume is gonna carry over again. Her sales volume, all of these sales are gonna carry over again. Okay, so I'm just gonna write, we're just gonna go $9.99 down here. Okay, because she had that 400, she had that 200 from February. Okay, awesome. So she's actually gonna be starting the month at $999 in total cumulative volume. So does that fulfill her 800 requirement? Yes, it does. Fantastic. Now, all she needs to do is get active, right? So she's got to get active with $300 in sales. So now let's say Sally comes in here and she's like, well, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to make sure I get a $300 sale in here. So now we're going to be looking at $9, $10, $11, $1,200.99 in total personal volume. It is $300, $300 or more? Yes, it is. So then in March, Sally would hit both of these requirements again in the same month. All right, and then she would rank advance to Elite Hacker. So sometimes, as you can see, ladies, sometimes it's really worth it to, like, let's go back to January. Would it be easier for Sally to find one more sale, follow up with one more person, okay, and find that extra dollar and fulfill this requirement the first month? Yeah. Here in February, would it have been probably a good idea for her to follow up with some more people, do another video, something where she could find an extra $100 and just get that done in February? Probably, because all the way over here, for someone who could have literally made a $401 sale her first month, now had to become waiting over here all of $1,200.99 to get the same requirements checked due to the same month piece of how this puzzle works. Does that make sense? So essentially for the same rank, in January, she could have sold $401, whereas if she waited and continued to carry over and fulfill only one of the two requirements, bouncing between them, by the time she got to March, she had actually sold 3 times that much makeup for the same rank. So, I hope this was helpful for you guys. Reach out to your sponsors if you have any questions about how this works. And I really hope that it served you today, and please share this if you know anybody who could use some clarity on how this works. You guys are awesome. Bye for now.